Stay safe on the road.
Okay, prepare yourself, because one of these, I think, might be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Okay, so there's about 6 million car accidents a year here in the United States. In fact, the U.S. Census Bureau estimates around 10 million accidents a year. And the interesting thing is, if you look at distracted driving, 1 in 3 people text while driving. You know, when you're driving down the road and you kind of look over and go, why is that person not driving all crazy? And you see they're looking at their phone and you just want to go, you son of a, get off your phone. Well, they're 23 times more likely to get in an accident when you're texting while driving. And 1 in 5 crashes say distraction was a factor in the crash, especially when there was an injury. So here's some cool things you can get. We were just talking about this off air. This is one of the coolest things ever. If you have a kid or if you have a company where you got people in a car, you need this. It's called Self Control. It's $129. Here's the coolest part. I'm going to slip over here. This is a little gadget you put on your windshield, and it's solar power. And it's just cool. You put a little app on the phone for Android or iOS, and it'll know if you're a passenger or whether you're a driver, and it turns off all the stuff that would distract you. So it turns off your text messages, turns off your cell phone data. You can still use GPS, but it'll turn off all that stuff. And if somebody sends you a text while you're driving, it says, I'm driving right now, I can't respond.
I've got a feeling that's going to be put in cars in the future, just automatically when you buy it.
$129 and it'll save your teenager's life. I'm telling you, I would put this in every car. Right now I've got a 7-year-old, so I don't have to worry. But this is 100% something I'm going to get.
You got bigger problems if your 7-year-old's driving.
Now, if you've got an Android phone, this is also works. You don't have any gadgets or anything. This just essentially notices how fast the phone is moving, and it'll turn off everything. So it doesn't really work for passengers, but this is pretty cool because it'll send alerts. You can set up like little perimeters on a map, and so if your teenager goes outside the map area, it'll send you an alert. If they go too fast, it'll send you an alert. All kinds of really cool stuff, so you can kind of pay attention to what's going on. It works best for Android because iOS, unfortunately, doesn't allow these apps to like get into the guts of the phone.
I see.
So it works best on Android, not so great on iPhone. Here's the other thing is, let's say drinking and driving. We know that's a terrible thing, right? So 40% of all fatalities have some sort of alcohol relation, right? So here's really cool. This is a breathalyzer for your phone.
No way.
So let's say you're out having fun and you're like, I just don't know. Should I get behind the wheel? I'm not 100% sure. You breathe into this. It'll tell you exactly what your blood alcohol content is. It'll also give you an estimate of when you're most likely going to be able to drive again. So you can kind of go, oh, I need to just hang out for 3 hours and I should be okay. Here's the thing, though. If you think you're impaired, just don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, this is kind of a fun little gadget, but really, if you think you got trouble, just trust me, you probably got trouble. So just don't do it. And this has got it has a connection right to Uber. So if you're kind of like, oh my gosh, you can just click and order an Uber right there, and you go home and you're nice and safe.
That's a great idea,
And then this last one is called the automatic. This is a car adapter. This is pretty cool because if you get in a car accident, this will tell you all of the diagnostics of like what went wrong. It'll automatically alert the authorities.
So it's be like your black box in the plane.
Yeah, you know that there's a little box in your car where you can kind of plug it into the fuse box. That's what this gadget does. And it'll alert the authorities if you get in a car accident. If you're non-responsive, it notices no movement in the car at all. It'll immediately call like the ambulance, and it'll call 3 of your contacts and kind of say, hey, something's wrong. And it'll kind of decode those annoying engine codes. Like Ken was just talking about his car. It's got a weird engine thing. This will tell you exactly what it is on the phone, and you know what's wrong with your car. So you can save some diagnostic money. So it's kind of cool.
That is very cool. All those are great, man.
Yeah, that one's called automatic.
I like it. I like it. Good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, back to you.
All right.